Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be just doing a shorter video here. I've been gathering cards like usual and just thought I'd do a recent pickups video here with a few of the better cards at the bottom. So there's nothing crazy in this, but there's some cool cards, so I thought I'd take a look at them. A lot of these I'll end up getting graded. This is just an Elias Pettersson exclusives. Not going to bother grading this one, but I think I just bought this because it was very cheap. 5 or 10 bucks or something, I'm guessing. So yeah, that's the bubble season, the 2019. You can tell there's no one in the stands. Kind of a cool card. This is the Platinum Preview, orange checkers. So, I'm trying to think, do I have the whole rainbow? I think I have every card now. I was missing this orange checkers, and then a bunch of them got listed. Like, there was never one for sale, then there was like 3 for sale, so I bought all 3 of them. One of them's already in a PSA order, which should be popping pretty soon. It's in QA check 2, so it's been there for like 2 weeks. Usually when it goes into QA check 2, like the next day I'll have my grades, so not sure why it's taking a bit longer this time, but I'll have that back soon. But yeah, this is just a really nice card. Really nice looking. Orange checkers are awesome. Here's another one. I think unfortunately the one I sent to PSA was not as in good shape as these ones were, but I got these ones after the order was already sent off. So I'll end up grading those. I'm sure like one of these will end up being a 10, which will be nice. Here's a cool one. This is Joe Sakic UD Prime Choice Reserve. Yeah, there's another one of these later in this video. Serial number 3 of 100. These are just like ridiculously rare cards, and I got this for so cheap. This was like $60 Canadian on eBay. And yeah, I bought another one of these. I paid way more than $60 for, so I was like, okay, I might as well buy Sakic. Yeah, one of the better players from his era. And yeah, these are cool. This is the UD Choice, like the base set. So it's the same set that the StarQuest Golds come out of, except this is like the base card, whereas the StarQuest is an insert. So I really like these. It's like cracked ice kind of on the front. It's got like the Prime Choice written, like stamped in, and it's like this cool hollow foily cracked ice effect. So I think they're really cool. Here's kind of a random one, Erik Karlsson Young Guns. Can't remember why I bought this. I think I just saw it on an Instagram story for like 25 bucks or something. Like something really cheap. And I was like, really? That's it? Oh, sure, I'll take one of those. So yeah, Karlsson, he's having a crazy good year. I think this is a sick Young Gun design. This must be the 2008. No, 2009. So this is the Tavares year, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking this was the Stamkos year, but yeah. Either way, that's really nice design there. I like the red, like color match. Pretty cool. Here's one I got just simply because I think it was like listed for 25 bucks or something on eBay, and I was like, wow, a patch that cool on this kind of a random card, but can't really go wrong for 25 bucks, so just bought this. But I don't know, I don't really collect this, but I just figured, sure, like why wouldn't I buy that for that price? This is a good one. This is Pettersson Dahlin exclusives, checklist Young Guns. I just think this one's really cool because Pettersson's like basically my favorite player. I mean, McDavid, Pettersson, it's kind of a toss-up. But yeah, on the Canucks, obviously my favorite player and like the main guy that I'm collecting. And then Dahlin was a first overall pick, which I like to collect the first picks. And he had like some crazy hype. Like he's a borderline like generational prospect at the time. And then he had a couple disappointing years, and now he's actually like showing why he was so hyped up in the Swedish league. So I think it's cool. This could end up being like the 2 best Swedish players of this era. That easily could end up being the case with this card. So they had the same rookie year, obviously. They were in the same product. So, and this wasn't. I think this was like 50 bucks or 70 or 80 bucks. Like this wasn't even expensive. So pretty cool. Okay, this next one's an interesting one. This is a card I was kind of excited about when I saw these being previewed on the Black Diamond. There's basically cards like these in the Marvel Black Diamond called Infinity Stones, and I think they look really cool. And I already knew about those, so when I saw they were kind of doing like something like that in hockey, I was looking forward to collecting it. But I think the card's kind of disappointing. Like, first off, Band of Color. Sorry, that's just like a really dumb name, in my opinion.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
And they went with this like horizontal design. Vertical, I think, would have looked way better. There's no hollow foil or anything. I just think they could have made this card look a lot cooler than what they ended up doing. So a little bit of a disappointing card, but it is also pretty cool still. I mean, there's only 21 of them, and these were selling for some pretty crazy prices, like right out the gate. Um, God, I remember some, like there was like some random prospect, Jeremy Swayman, I think, sold for like 1,300 US dollars. Yeah, good luck with that. If that was a real sale, that is crazy. And there was like Gretzky, all like there's a bunch of legends in this set, and they were all selling for like crazy money. So I just kind of waited for this to settle down. I didn't bother buying the Pedersen because I think one was sold for like 400 bucks, and I ended up getting this for like 150 or 200 Canadian, something like that, which is I feel fine paying that much for it. So I hope they do this again in the future, but come up with a better design, and they should just scrap the name because the name's stupid. This one is one of my favorites that I picked up recently. This was in a Beckett 8.5, recently graded, which I like because Beckett's been grading really tough on refractors. At least they did, and when I sent them some OPG Platinum cards. So I figure 8.5 is a good chance of I crack it, clean the surface, send it to PSA. A good chance it'll be a 9. And this one looked really good when I cracked it out. Like I didn't really see anything that bad with it. I think Beckett had an 8 surface. And I remember from my order is they hammered surface when my surfaces were like gem mint quality. So I was like, okay, well, maybe they did that here. And there was no scratch, nothing. There's like tiny faint print lines and stuff like that. So this is the 1997 Topps Chrome Season's Best Refractor. Michael Jordan. I just think this is a sick looking card. It's got like the total Space Jam vibe to it. So yeah, I'm collecting a couple Jordan cards. I have the Metal Universe base card, this card, and I'm kind of just going for all like the nostalgic space, like Space Jam theme stuff because that's what I remember from when I was a kid. So yeah, this is a sick card. I'm gonna get it graded with PSA. If it gets a 9, I might even just sell it and just like look to buy a PSA 8 eventually because I'd make a decent profit there because the 8.5 is probably cheaper than what a PSA 8 would get anyways. This is a card that has some greening problems too, and this one looked good to me. Like his shoulders and legs will be green sometimes. This one's like maybe slightly, but it looked acceptable to me. So I'm definitely not an expert on these cards, but I just think it's cool. Like Michael Jordan playing years refractor, and the design is sick. Like can't go wrong with that. So picked that one up. Next is actually a really cool one for my Canuck Future Watch PC. I was like browsing eBay randomly, and I saw like an 05, 06 limited black parallel Future Watch of like can't remember, some random guy probably. And I was like, what? Like I didn't know this was a thing even. Like I didn't know they had parallels. The normal base one of the guys who didn't get autos, they're serial numbered out of I think 1999, so almost 2,000 copies. So to have one out of 100 and it has like the black accent with the rainbow holofoil, I mean that's a sick looking card. And I think like man, if there was an Ovi and Crosby like black Future Watch, the way they have with like some of the modern guys like McDavid and Matthews and stuff, those would be huge cards. And imagine how nice it would look because like it would be the same design with like gold ink Future Watch. Like oh, that would be an absolutely sick card. But sadly, they didn't end up doing that those years. But yeah, so there's a Rick Rippin of this that I need to get as well. Those are the two Canucks from this set, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I got Burrows though, so awesome. I have a PSA 10 of the normal base one, but I'll just replace with this. And this probably won't get a PSA 10, but it's a better card, so it's all good. All right, then we got an Elias Pettersson High Gloss. This is the same one, the bubble season card. Yeah, I'm looking for the high glosses of basically any of his upper deck base cards, as long as it's not like a weird like all-star variation or the stuff they put in extended series. If it's like his main flagship card from that year, I would be interested in the high gloss. So if anyone has those for sale, let me know because I want to buy more. But here's the first one I got. This is the 2020. This is pretty much the season I started like collecting hockey cards. Yeah, late 2019, 2020, something around there. Or started heavily collecting hockey cards again. So kind of a nostalgic time. I'm sure looking back, it'll feel that way. And yeah, PD was a beast during the playoff bubble run there. He had like 18 playoff points in like 17 games or 16 games or something. So yeah, pretty cool card for sure. Here is another Pedersen card. This is a true rookie card, believe it or not. As goofy as this thing is, this is the SPX Shadow Box rookies. They decided to make these the base set cards. So card number 50. But the really cool part about this, I don't really care for the card, as you can probably tell. I mean, it's kind of a weird one, but the cool part to me is like I was on eBay and then I saw one pop up and then I saw it was number 1 of whatever 298, like random serial numbering too, like 298. Like who decided that? Anyways, I was like, whoa, the number 1, I have to buy that, and it was like I can't remember, $40 or something. So it wasn't like crazy expensive. So I thought it was really cool to get the first print one. So yeah, got that one for the true rookie card collection of Pedersen. I'll grade it with PSA just to have it uniform with the rest of them. This is a good one. This is the Upper Deck Young Guns Aaron Ekblad exclusives. So I mentioned before, I really like the first overall picks. I think it's just a cool thing to collect, even if the players were like busts. Definitely Ekblad is not a bust at all, but even if they were a bust, I mean, there can only ever be one first overall pick each year. So it's like an impressive thing to achieve, even if they don't live up to all their hype. And yeah, Ekblad's a total beast. Really good defenseman. So I just kind of started this collection. I want to eventually get the McDavid exclusives Young Gun as well. So figured I'd buy some of the cheaper ones. This one I think was like 200 Canadian, which seems like really fair to me. Yeah, so that's numbered to 100. And you can tell I'm serious about this PC because I bought a Nail Yakupov, so there's no going back after that. But yeah, this was like $40. Like no one was respecting Nail Yakupov for being a first overall pick, but I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. Why not? It's like one of the probably the most like famous busts ever. At least the modern guys. Obviously, I would say Alexander Daigle was the all-time biggest bust. I mean, there's a few. There's the guy that went first overall in the Sedin draft, who famously missed the open net.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Patrick Stefan, you should be embarrassed for what you just did.
What was his name? Stefan? Patrick Stefan. Yeah, so there's been a few huge busts. But yeah, I don't really care. There's a first overall pick, so I'll collect the card. I think it's cool. I bought the Eric Johnson 2006, I think. 2006 Upper Deck. I got that one on ComC for like $30 as well. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm going for exclusives, but for certain guys like Crosby, Ovi, like I'm obviously just going to buy the base card because that's, they don't even have an exclusives first off. All they have is the high gloss, and I don't have $50,000 for a random PC that I'm trying to do. Here's a Thatcher Demko Future Watch Auto. I needed this one for the Canuck Future Watch collection. I was waiting to get this card forever because like the autos are always weird and bad and faded, and this one was like near perfect. So, and the guy had it for a fair price, and Demko's had a bad year, so it was like perfect time to buy it. It was like 200 Canadian, something in that range. So really glad to get that one. There's rumors of us like trading him. I kind of hope we don't, but even if we do, that's fine. I still need the card. Okay, here's my best card I've gotten so far for the first overall picks Young Gun collection. Rasmus Dahlin. This is sick. This thing looked like a PSA 10 too. The condition was really nice. So yeah, Dahlin, like I mentioned earlier, is just total stud. He'd probably win the Norris if it wasn't for Erik Karlsson having such a crazy year this year. And Buffalo is just like a young team. They should be like very good in like a couple years. So fun guy to cheer for. Buffalo's an exciting team. Yeah, the guy threw in a random Ross Colton too. But yeah, sweet card here. This was not like, if you compare this to how much like a Cale Makar would have cost, this was just nothing. And I think Dahlin's like 22 years old or something ridiculous. Like he's still super young. So Yeah, and also he's one of those guys that didn't sign anything, like doesn't have future watch autos or anything like that. So in those cases, I think by far this is his best card basically. Like the high gloss would literally be his best card, and then this would be the next best thing to me. The exclusives. It's the only other serial numbered parallel. There are some other cool cards, but none of them are like as important as the Young Guns. It's like a flagship rookie, so I think it makes it easy. At least those guys that didn't sign anything, like I would collect this. I would collect like OPG Platinum, stuff that doesn't have to have an auto on it. The base cards, of course, because the OPG Platinum autos have autos. Here's a McDavid SB game used. This is from the most recent set. So I'm just trying to collect all of these. So this is yeah, the more recent one. So grade that. I have all of them. Then the last couple cards. This is probably my favorite pickup recently. This is the Pavel Bure UD Choice Prime Choice Reserve, numbered to 100, just like the Sakic. I paid like just a ridiculous price for this. I'm not even gonna say, but it's like when you compare to what I paid for a Joe Sakic, it's like a joke. But yeah, I didn't really care. I've never seen this card for sale. Someone had one, and I was like, yeah, whatever you ask for it. I just said, sure, I'll take it. Didn't even bother bartering or anything. So got the Pavel Bure UD Choice. This was one of the main cards I was looking for my Bure PC, because it's the true base parallel out of the UD Choice set, which I think is cool because it pairs up with my StarQuest Gold. And you just never see these. I've literally seen one of these for sale. I've seen another one on in someone's collection on Instagram, but yeah, these never pop up. So happy to pay up to get one. And the condition looked fine. It would be a 10 for sure. Like it was perfectly mint, and then there's like a corner ding, which is just the tiniest thing there that you can kind of see, which is annoying because like it was probably by someone handling it, like when it's something like that. But the rest of the card is just perfect centering and everything like that. But yeah, I really like this one. I like the photo too. It's like close-up photos, I don't always like them, but I just think this one looks pretty cool. It's like a nice change of pace. A lot of the other cards I have of him are like action photos or whatever. And the last card, which is an extremely cool card that I've been waiting to get forever and just never seemed to find one that someone was selling for a fair price or whatever. And finally one of these went up on eBay, and I offered like 400 and something US for it, and they just accepted, and it was just easy. Got it done. So this is the Black Diamond True Rookie to 99 of Elias Pettersson. I think these are really cool looking with the diamonds, just like, I think they're fake diamonds or whatever, but it's just like adds a cool aesthetic. And then the rainbow, and I also like that it's like a draft night photo. They've done that, I think, ever since they've had this new format. I think the McDavid year was the first year of these Black Diamond to 99 True Rookies. So these are like, yeah, people definitely collect these. Like I feel like these are already like higher tier than like the Ice Premieres. Like yeah, because like I said, this card was hard to find, but like I had many chances to get the Ice Premieres, and this one people would not seem to let it go for cheap. So I think this one is very cool, and it's like now I like have it every single Pettersson True Rookie. There is a really sick parallel of this black 1 of 1 with like black diamonds, and the whole card is blacked out, which I think would be a sick one to get. But besides that, there's no real parallel to this. So the 99 base version is about as good as it's gonna get. So yeah, that's it. Just some recent pickups. So thanks for watching. Also, I will say I'm auctioning a bunch of cards right now on eBay. A lot of low-end cards. I'm trying out some free shipping thing. See if I get slaughtered on that or not. But figured might as well see if it's like if it's worthwhile. Maybe the prices are higher. So yeah, if you're interested in any cards, check out my eBay. There's a bunch of some cards I'm selling, some cheap ones and some pretty big cards. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.